Marilyn, you first studied pre-med in college, and then you switched to philosophy, English, creative writing, and poetry. And yet I know you've always harbored a great love of music. Was your early background one of a musical nature?
No, not really. I came from a family where there was always music. My mother was a great music lover and kind of played at the piano. But there was a great deal of music in the house always because of her. And I think at some point, I guess about 15 or 16, I gave up the idea of doing anything with music as a career because at that time I think I only thought in terms of being a pianist or being a composer. And I knew that I just didn't have it in me to be good enough at either of those. So that I pursued other interests and just came to music by accident, literally, 8, 9 years after that.
Alan Bergman, you began as a composer and later turned to lyric writing as opposed to Marilyn. In fact, I believe it was while you were a television director in Philadelphia that you met a gentleman who perhaps turned your thinking around.
Yes, Mr. Mercer. He had a great deal to do with Capitol Records, and when I was going to graduate school here at UCLA many years ago,
2 or 3,
he heard a couple of songs, and then I went back east and became a television director, and he recorded one of the songs with, at that time, the Walter Schumann chorus, and they recorded a song, and Johnny came back to do a show, Top Banana, and I televised a kind of a tribute to that show in Philadelphia, and he said to me, have you been writing? And I said, yes, and we went upstairs to another studio, and I played him some things, and he said, gee, you're doing very well, why don't you should really be a songwriter, and we need young songwriters and with your approach and so forth. So I kind of thought about that for a while, and I quit as a television director and came out here and starved for about a year, and then things started to go. I was always working in the production area. I wrote some things, material, opening and closing numbers for television shows out here.
But growing up in the New York area was your proving ground. A lot of music in your family, and you learned a lot of different instruments.
Well, I came from a family that appreciated music. When I was a child, I went to the children's concerts in New York at Carnegie Hall. That there was a man by the name of Walter Damrosch in those days who was doing what Leonard.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?